What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. A little bit of everything this time. And I'm going to be talking to you about probably one of the most fun-filled weekends I've had in recent memory. I went up to Austin this past weekend with the band Haunter to attend and be part of a really, really awesome black metal orientated festival that was just getting its feet wet. And I, of course, am talking about Red River Family Festival. This was a fest run and put together by some of the people behind the label known as Red River Family Records. They are an independent-based tape label. I'm pretty sure they're based out of Austin, Texas. They handle a lot of independent metal releases, tape releases, etc., etc. Some really, really good moves being made. And I had been hearing about this particular festival for months, and I was very sold on it from the minute I heard about it. Not just because of the fact that this was going to be including some really, really awesome Texas bands, but some inclusions of some really awesome out-of-state bands. The big draw for me out of everything was knowing that bands from the Black Twilight Circle were going to be there. Blue Hummingbird on the left, Volon, and of course the last-minute addition of Arizmenda. That sold me alone, so yeah, this was quite a fun-filled weekend because there was a lot of really interesting stuff happening in and around downtown Austin within the Red River District. I believe Melvins were playing on Saturday. There was a really awesome TXDM-orientated show going on at Beerland, which was right next door to Sidewinder. Got to pop in there for a little bit to check out bands like Disfigured, Desecrate the Faith, Manifest Insanity, ISL Tech. Really solid bands. That was quite a fun experience to be a part of. But let's get on to the meat and potatoes of this video, and that is Red River Family Festival. To talk about day one real quick, it was a it felt like a feeling out process. Going into the venue, getting accustomed with the fact that there was an inside and outside stage, and just the overall vibe, feeling, and everything about being a part of that first day felt awesome. Everything felt professionally ran. Every band went in and played on time. The staff was great. There was just a lot of good vibes going around, even though there was some really crazy metal stuff going on. But it was an overall fun first day. If I had to think of any bands that really won me over for that particular day, Funeral Ash, they were so damn good. They are always a pleasure to watch live. They put out one of my favorite EP releases of last year with Order of the Three Angles, and live they're always a blast to see. Very charismatic, very energetic, very ritualistic, and it just was awesome to see them play. Plutonian Shore, got to represent the local San Antonio bands for this one. They put on a really good set. Barguest from Louisiana. I've talked about them many, many years ago. And to finally get to see them play live, it was just something special to see. Widower from Austin, always a fun band to see. I believe they've been getting better and better with time. Really awesome black thrash sort of music. Really great job, well done from them. But the bands that really stole the show for me were definitely Uruk, another Austin-based project. Kind of a Lord of the Rings kind of theme style of black metal. I mean, if the music doesn't tell you what type of a band this is, then the band's look will give you another sort of vibe, because their singer looked so menacing. I mean, he had this armor piece set up. He had like a helmet, shoulder guards, hand pieces for his arms that made him look like he had claws. I mean, if you've ever seen pictures of this band, you know what I'm getting at. And it was just a joy to see in person. And he had this gigantic fucking sword. I mean, this sword was, I felt, look, as almost as tall as the singer. It was crazy to see him hold the sword and nearly hold it into the crowd for pretty much to point at people. But the music backed it up too. It was so good to hear this band sound as good as they did. Great audible bass tones, great drum work, and memorable riffs. It was just an awesome performance. It has to be seen to be believed. The music backs up the imagery, and they did a fantastic job. And the other band that stole the day for me was definitely Cleric. They are based out of Dallas, and I've known about Cleric for quite a while, but it only took this performance to really get me into what they are all about. Very awesome, blasphemous tinge sort of death metal, really awesome stage presence from their vocalist. He had this really deep, rumbling, low voice. It was just an awesome sight to hear him do exactly what he did, and he just really made the room light up. It was intense. Very good death metal vibes going from a band like that, and they really won me over. Day one was just an awesome way to get things started. Day two is when there was a lot of stuff going on, like I mentioned, with Melvin's going on and the TXDM stuff with Desecrate the Faith and Disfigured. But day two, that's when more people showed up. Things got to be a little bit more rowdy, a little bit more riotous. But it, like the previous day, everything was smooth and professionally ran, and I think it was just fucking awesome. If I had to think of any bands that really won me over for that particular day, some of the openers for the first part of the day, like Cringe and Humut Tabal, they're always fun to see and play live. Haunter, the band that was responsible for having me come along to this festival, which I'm extremely grateful for. They put on some great stuff live. They're always fun to watch live. Morbus 666, such an intimidating band, probably one of the best bands of that day for me. Ever since they brought in the singer from Ritual Decay into their ranks, they've become a much more cohesive and more devastating black metal band. I mean, even the stage setup and overall vibes and themes that this band brought made it seem and feel evil. The singer had this stand that had like skulls and goat skulls and horns and even fire, even lighting some things on fire, putting his hands and his gauntlets right near the area where the fire was. It was just a scary sight to behold, and I don't know how high this guy's threshold for pain is, but I could imagine that shit had to have hurt while he was doing the kind of vocals that he was doing. And I really admire this guy for being such an awesome vocalist and just a great, intimidating figure. I mean, the music kicked ass. They played a lot of their early stuff, their newer stuff, and it all sounded fantastic. Dead to a Dying World was another band that really won me over for that day. Really apocalyptic, blackened sort of doom stuff. It sounded great as if it were on their records. Of course, they put out an excellent record last year with Litany, and to see them play live and do the style of music that they do, it was just so wonderful to listen to. Dead to a Dying World is just an excellent band overall, and to get to see them live really sweetened the deal. But the real show stealers of day two of Red River Family Fest was, to me, the Black Twilight Circle bands. Blue Hummingbird on the left, the introduction with the native instrumentation just really set the mood perfectly. It felt primitive, it felt violent. There were some pits going on. I mean, it's seldom you ever get to really see pits in a black metal show, but for a band like Blue Hummingbird on the left, that is perfect for a band like that to me. Really primitive, destructive black metal. The vocals sounded great, the riffs were amazing. It was just non-stop craziness going on with that band's set. Volan is another story. I can't remember the last time I ever saw a band that made me tear up and well up while they were playing. Just seeing the emotion, the power and dignity in a performance that Volan put, it was just amazing to watch. The vocals sounded wonderful. The riffs are out of this world amazing. The inclusion of keys and drums and great bass work just sounded amazing. It all was a fluid performance and it sounded wonderful. Getting to meet somebody like Eduardo Ramirez was really an awesome sight to see. He was a really cool guy to talk to. And closing things out for that day was Arismenda. Yeah, if you've ever heard about how crazy and depraved Murdenbad is when he plays with Arismenda, if you've ever seen any of the pictures or live videos, it is just a sight to behold. It was such a scary sight to see him be the way that he was on stage. just crawl from one side of the stage to the other. He bled. He had like this really nasty gash on his right forearm. It was just really nasty to look at, but he had so much stamina and aggression in his performance. It was just wonderful to see him do things the way he does. He was even in the crowd, crawling on the floor, singing, and it was just, he really made that performance as amazing as it was. I mean, the music sounded great, but Murdenbad himself, he is quite the character, and he really brought everyone in that room together to witness the insanity and depravity. I mean, they have long songs, which is like, they only play like 4 songs. I don't remember the set list by memory, but it was just something really awesome to see. Very amazing vocals, amazing stage presence. I mean, Murdenbad is a crazy, crazy dude, and he's very nice too, I should say. I'm glad I got to meet him and talk with him. But yeah, probably one of the most professionally ran metal festivals I've ever been to. For a first fest, this was amazing. Great atmosphere, great vibes, great staff. Everybody at Barracuda knew what they were doing and how they were doing it. I thought they did great with how they handled things from the bar and overall just being professional. It was just an awesome, awesome experience, and I hope that next year will be even better. So I'd be down to go if they decide to do it again. So yeah, definitely support Red River Family Records and Red River Family Festival. Now that I got the review of the fest out of the way, let's get into the merch. I got quite a good amount of stuff to show you here, even some really awesome deals, and I'll get through these as quick as possible. Got a couple of things from my buddy Carlos, aka Zolrak of Sacro Curse. He was there to spread some deadly deals with merchandising, and I got this really cool little slaughter patch. Very awesome woven patch, nice detail, nice quality. I love Strapato, and I love the artwork that comes with it. Got a couple of really cool tapes to show you here from the fine folks over at Head Split Records. First is probably my favorite split of 2016 thus far. 2 bands that epitomize the underground. This is the Ruin Thy Feeble Savior split. Yeah, Ruin, based out of California. Excellent, nasty, dingy, dirty death metal. Great vocal work. Raw musicianship. I mean, it's only 3 songs on here, but the 3 songs that are on their side of the split are awesome. I would have to say Slow Death for a Perfect World is my favorite of the bunch. There's even an NME cover on here, which is really awesome. Thy Feeble Savior, based out of Houston, Texas. Really necrotic black metal. Very much in the vein of stuff like maybe Profanatica or Archgoat. Older Archgoat, to be specific. Yeah, Thy Feeble Savior is excellent, excellent band, and I'm loving this resurgence of material that they've been putting out in recent times. Songs like Prelude to Crucifixion, Mocked and Despised, and just amazing songs. I love the vocals, I love the drumming, just an intense, intense band. So yeah, very simplistic sort of J card here with just track listing and credits and information. Red Pro Tape, side Ruin, side Thy Feeble Savior. Such a fucking good split. This is how you do an extreme metal split right here with Ruin, Thy Feeble Savior. This is excellent stuff. And since we're talking about Head Split Records, we'll mention one of the main reasons Head Split Records exists, and it's this band. This is a 2016 release. This is the new Necrodrunks album with Lavatory Carnage. Oh my god. X-rated brilliance. That is the best way to describe the new Necrodrunks record. Very filthy, perverted, grindcore Latin death metal. Really, really awesome. Death metal, Latin, grindcore, however you want to spin it around. It is just fantastic. I mean, such family-friendly song titles like Razorblade Rim Job, Asshole Casserole, Pus Blood Buffet, Aroused by Menstrual Stench, Tongue in the Toilet. Oh man, not only excellent song titles, but excellent songs themselves. Great vocals, great music, great lyrics. I mean, this is adults only as it gets, but that's how Necrodunks get the job done here. So yeah, I'll just show you real quick. Very nice artwork going on here. I'd show you the inlaid card, but there's some certain things on there that I don't really want to show you. You're just going to have to buy the damn tape yourself, or the CD, whichever way you want to do it. Green Pro Tape. Fantastic stuff here. Sounds great. Absolutely worth it. Lavatory Carnage is one of the most fun metal records of 2016 for sure. So yeah, Necrodunks with Lavatory Carnage, go support that shit. Next is the only CD that I bought. I bought this for $5, and this is probably some of the best $5 I've ever spent this year, besides seeing Blood Incantation the previous weeks, some of the previous weeks. Yeah, Lurker of Chalice, man. The Lurker of Chalice. Seems to be the holy grail of every metal fan to get the vinyl version of this album, but I'm just happy to have this in some sort of format. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this is, I think, the 2008 version of this CD. I can't remember, I'm not really too familiar with what type of variants or versions there are, but this is a digipack version, Southern Lord Records. I'm not really going to say too much that pretty much everyone else has said about this, but yeah, Lurker of Chalice is Rest of Leviathan. This is his more depressive, experimental sort of black metal project. I mean, I don't really even think it ventures into black metal. It just feels like an entirely different experience. This was the album that was supposed to be Massive Conspiracy Against All Life, from what I've heard other people say. But overall, fucking masterpiece of a record. I really do hope that one day this gets a proper vinyl repress. It needs to be repressed and kept in some type of circulation. Spectre's Valkyrie is, This Blood Falls is Mortal, Part 3, Fasten to the 5 Points. Fucking masterpieces of songs here. Great songwriting. Very depressive, very, very weird, but it's brilliant stuff. But yeah, classic album cover here. Very nice artwork. I believe this is the original artwork, not the version that Southern Lord put out. Yeah, CD is in great shape. But yeah, I'm super happy to have a copy of Lurker of Chalice in some sort of format. I hope this won't be the only format I have it in for many years to come. Got one shirt, and it's one of the Black Twilight Circle bands, so I'll show you as best as I possibly can. This is a Volon shirt. Very minimalist in design, but I really like how this looks. I would have loved to have gotten an Arismenda record, but they didn't have any there. Hopefully I can get one someday soon. You guys know what it is, but yeah. Very nice Volon shirt. And now we get to the meat and potatoes of the collection, and I'm talking about records. I got 5 vinyl records to show you here, and these first 4 I bought from the fine folks of Milumet from Brownsville, Texas. They had a box full of records and 7-inches that they said were $5, and I had to shake my head and wonder if this was legit, and they said it was legit, and I found some gold here. These first 2 I'm going to show you are some EPs. First we have VASSAFOR with the self-titled EP. I believe this came out in 2007, 2008, I'm not too sure. But yeah, these guys are based out of New Zealand, and they are probably one of the most experienced and well-established sort of black metal bands to come out of that country. Really, really great stuff. Of course, ever since this record, they've only gotten better from there. But with this EP, they really showcase some amazing songs. Black Wind's Victoriant is such an awesome track to listen to, and I believe this vinyl version comes with a Bethlehem cover, Dorn Miner Almacht. I believe on another version there was a, what do you call it, Merciful Fate cover. I think that's what they did for a different version, but this is a vinyl version. But yeah, Forgotten Wisdom Productions put out the vinyl originally through Asphyxiate Recordings. Here's the front cover. Black on black spot gloss going on here. Very, very nice. Back cover. Star spot gloss here. Comes with a printed sheet with band member photos, the classic VASSAFOR logo, credits and information. Slide this in here real quick. And it's a standard black vinyl. Nothing too crazy to crow about here, but it is great, in great shape to listen to. But yeah, excellent New Zealand black metal. This is VASSAFOR self-titled EP. Next, from black metal, we move to some US death metal. This is Prosanctus in Fury with Red Streams of Flesh. Yeah, 2011 Nuclear War Now release. This was the EP that they put out before they decided to get with a more cohesive sort of unit with Noctambulous Jaws within Sempiternal Night. This is some really awesome stuff. I believe this was done when they were still a duo. But yeah, this is some really awesome death metal. I mean, songs like Viscous Anthropic Ennui, Flayed Eclesian Sophistry, kind of tongue-twisting song titles, sorry to say, but yeah, some really awesome death metal, really great lyrics, great vocal work. This is just an awesome album to get a hold of, and really another nice piece in, I would say, a pretty consistent band's discography. So here's the front cover, very nice artwork here. Back cover, track listing and credits, lyric sheet, band member photos. There's good old Jake Cohn right there, really good guy. Stick this back in here real quick. And standard black vinyl. Once again, nothing to cry home about, but I do dig the center labeling here. Booties! But yeah, really cool EP. Prosanctus in Fury, Red Streams of Flesh. Now we're getting into some rare and crazy sort of stuff with this next one. This is also part of the $5 lot. I'm super happy to have this. This is Vomit Chapel with Damnatio ad Bestias. I believe this came out in 2011. Analog Worship. And this is a demo compilation of some stuff from Goat, of Father Befouled, and Encoffination. Of course, Mike Seatown's good buddy Justin Stubbs. This is some really sick and disgusting sounding black metal. Very much the earlier inclinations of a project like this, and with demos like Sodominate, War, Vomit, Death Worship, and of course the name of this release, Damnatio ad Bestias. Just some really twisted black metal. It just goes to show you how talented and gifted of a guy this person really is. But it's really awesome and a very nice inclusion to an otherwise busy sort of career for him. So, front cover, blood, nudity, and blasphemy. I love this fucking picture. Back cover, track listings, logo, Analog Worship. Comes with a lyric sheet. Very nice font here. Very well done. The second epistle of ritual perversion by the Black Lamb of Incarnate Destruction. Fucking awesome. Credits and artwork here. And I got the limited edition version. I believe this is limited to 500 copies, and I believe 137 of these were pressed. And this is on Come White vinyl. I fucking love that they call this Come White vinyl. Yeah, very good stuff, and it sounds fantastic. Yeah, really happy to have this in a vinyl format. I've had the CD version of this forever, but to see that they have this limited vinyl version was all the more satisfying. So yeah, this is Vomit Chapel with Damnatio ad Bestias. Fuck yes. And this is the last of the $5 rarities. I can't believe I own this. I've had the tape for years, but now I have it on vinyl, and I'm super thrilled about this. This is Nunslaughter with Hell's Unholy Fire. This is their 2000 debut. This is a Hell's Headbangers repress. Yeah. What can I say about Nunslaughter? Unbelievably legendary death metal band, based out of Ohio. Really storied and historied career. I mean, they've put out more splits and EPs and stuff than they actually have full lengths, but that's part of the mysticism and an overall legend that is Nunslaughter, and that just makes things so awesome to listen to a project like this. And I would have to say that this is honestly my favorite album. As far as the 3 full-lengths are concerned, this is probably my favorite one of the bunch, because all these songs are short, sweet, and to the point, and they get the job done. Great drum work, great vocals and lyrics, great riffs, just a lot of awesomeness for something like Nunslaughter. Rest in peace, Jim Sadist. Your music still means the world to everybody. So yeah, here's the front cover. I love this dude right here. Very crazy dude with the voodoo doll here. Hell's Unholy Fire. Here's the back cover. Boobies and more boobies. Side devil, side metal. Metal is death, death is metal. Nunslaughter, death metal. Fucking excellent. Very nice gatefold here. Lyrics and credits. I believe this is the 2012 repress, and it comes with a couple of goodies. Very nice fold-out poster of the dude and the voodoo doll. Very iconic imagery, I would say. And I had thought that I got a standard black vinyl, but when I pulled the vinyl out of the record of the polyline sleeve, I was freaked out to discover that this is a half and half record. It's half black, half gold, beerish looking color. Side devil, side metal. It sounds great. And it plays great. I'm really, really stoked on this. This is such a great album, and definitely a reason why Nunslaughter are such an important band in the annals of extreme metal. So, this is Nunslaughter with Hell's Unholy Fire. And last but not least, for the records, we're going to get to one of the bands that won me over the most on Friday, and probably one of the nicest vinyl presentations I've ever seen. And I really do wish more bands would adhere to a standard like this. This is Cleric with Gratum Inferno. This was released in 2012. I believe Burning Dogma Records put out the CD, and Tofu Carnage Records put out the record. But yeah, like I said in my previously, they are based out of Dallas, and they play really old school tinged death metal. Just some really great vocal work, awesome riffs. It's very much meat and potatoes death metal, but they bring a certain finesse to it that makes it all the worthwhile and special. Through the Starless Abyss, Satanic Dimensions, Left Hand Wrath, just some amazing, amazing songs to listen to. But yeah, like I said, this is probably one of the best vinyl presentations I see. I like how Tofu Carnage handles business when it comes to putting out great vinyl. So anyway, here's the front cover. Very colorful artwork, nice matte finish here on this jacket. Here's the back cover, black on black spot gloss, Tofu Carnage Records. And here's where things get a little bit nicer. This is gorgeous. Printed inner sleeve with gold foil embossment. Absolutely gorgeous to look at. We have some more spot gloss on here and gold foil embossment here. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous picture of the band. Just overall very nice to look at. And the vinyl itself means business too. I believe this is the second press of this record, and this comes on a very nice 180 gram translucent blue with yellow splatter and assorted other splatter colors. 45 RPM. Yeah, this is beautiful. The vinyl is beautiful to look at, and it sounds great. This is a definite must for anyone into vinyl. Listening, collecting, preferably listening if you're into extreme metal. But yeah, this is Cleric with Gratum Inferno. Definitely check this band out. So yeah, this is quite a lot to show and talk about here. I'm going to conclude this video. I'm going to leave you links to some of the bands that I talked about specifically in this video. If you happen to have went to this festival, let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it. And if you've heard or own any of these releases, let me know what you think and how you feel about it. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'm going to conclude this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, Army Help out.